So this is a mug. I got 2 of these for my friend in Edmonton. Thank you. And these definitely make, beer taste so much better. And he told me to put them, like, basically rinse them with water, and while they're still wet, put them in a freezer, and then wait till they become frosted, and then you take something like this. So again, this is all non-alcoholic, because I don't want to be an alcoholic, so makes sense, right? If you don't want to be an alcoholic, you don't drink alcoholic beer. You want to be a non-alcoholic, so you drink non-alcoholic beer. Makes sense. And this probably the tastiest beer. I had it before, except it always does this. But look at this, it looks like a real beer. Same color, same consistency. Wow. See? That's what Captain Sergei switched to now. Anyway, today is about some news. Not about trucking, but well, there'll be a couple of pieces about driving. So first off, I'm driving on the ring road today. Cheers. 201, and the traffic goes, I'm in the middle lane, there's 3 lanes. And as usual, on my left, in the fast lane, there's people. And I look forward, maybe like half a kilometer ahead of me on the left, I see all of a sudden police lights. And there's a single vehicle, so basically the guy is alerting the drivers that he's gonna merge. And so this unmarked police vehicle, probably he had stopped somebody to write a ticket, that guy left, and so this guy was sitting there by himself, and then he started the lights so that people let him into the traffic. And I see that he merges quickly in the fast lane, then he moves over to my lane in the middle, and then he goes into the curb lane. And he drives with those guys are always slower there in the curb lane. So he drives like 95, 100 kilometers an hour, because I watch my speed now, because I know he has radars that face both front and rear. So I see that I'm driving 100 kilometers an hour, and he's not getting away from me, and he's not getting closer. So, but now I stand back, and I'm thinking, uh-oh. So now somebody who does not know that there's a cop in there who's hiding in the curb lane is gonna fly here in the fast lane. And sure enough, I'm driving, and I'm anticipating some some kind of a show. Sure enough, there's like Audi, what is it, T4, one of those 2-door coupes. Like, I look at my speedometer, so 100 kilometers, this guy goes like this, so he was probably doing like 130, easy, and he disappears, because that was like a hill. And then I come to the top of the hill, right away I see flashing lights. Flashing lights, and I come closer, sure enough, there's that cop in an unmarked vehicle, and that Audi, and he parked like this, like from the back at an angle, blocking him. And yeah, I look closely, like, because at first I couldn't see what kind of car it was, but sure enough, I see in the back, those rings, Audi. So right away, and that's how they do it. So he's hiding in the curb lane, and of course we saw him, but people that come after, they don't know that there's a cop in there, right? So that was one traffic-related occurrence. And then another one was I went to pick up a scissor lift in a Freightliner, and then when I picked it up, I'm driving back towards Glenmore Trail so that I can get on the highway to get back to our yard. And so, you know, McLeod Trail, it's a pretty big highway. I think there's like 4 lanes in each direction, and we going north, and we stopped at the light, and there's 2 lanes turning left on an arrow. So yeah, it's a very wide you know, road, and this was some kind of a big intersection, like Southland or something in McLeod. And so I'm standing in the, I stopped because there was a red light. I stop in the curb lane, and I see the guys on my left that turn left into that other street. The you know, the arrow came up, the green arrow. They keep going, but there's so much traffic. I see the green arrow turns, you know, yellow, amber. They keep going. Then the green arrow disappears. They still keep going because there was like, I don't know, 100 cars in those 2 lanes trying to turn left. And so the guys from the northbound lanes that are trying to go, you know, south, you know, like these guys go like this, and these guys want to go like this, right? And so those guys start honking. Everybody start, like 3-4, you know, cars start honking, brr, 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 and they start moving. And so one last guy tries to sneak in on this left turn, and we already have the green light. So basically, there was definitely a red light for these guys. And so I started slowly moving, and I watch, and it's like in slow motion. It was some kind of a small SUV. So he's turning left, and the guys from northbound lanes, they're moving towards him. And I'm thinking, wait, that cannot be. And sure enough, this guy, like, I don't know, was he blind or something? The guy, so this guy is turning right left. This guy is going like this. And when this guy is turning right in front of him, he hits him in the rear, like passenger side rear door. So that guy spins out, everybody stops, but I'm already driving away. But so just wanted to remind people that, you know, if you see somebody doing something stupid, that does not mean that you can do something stupid as well. Like, it's your responsibility as a driver to prevent accidents, right? So let's say if you see a guy running a red light, that does not mean that you can just hit the gas and keep going, you know? And then he hits you and he says, hey, you ran a red light, it's not my fault. So this guy, I don't know, like the distance between that SUV turning left and the guy who hit him, I don't know, it was like 3 meters, 10 feet. So it happened, let's say I'm watching this way, the guy is right in front of me. How you cannot see him? It was daylight, blue sky, sunny, straight road. There's no mountains, no hills, straight road. The SUV is right in front of him, he hits him. And then I see, as I'm driving away, I see the guy who hit the other guy, he's like this. He puts, you know, his hands on his head. Like, how could you not see that SUV was turning in front of you? Yeah, okay, he's an idiot. There's a red light, but that just, you have brakes, right? Like, unbelievable. So now in other news, I was talking to, you know, I have an ad running. I paid a bunch of money for an ad online advertising my photography business. And last week, I think, right? Because yeah, today is Monday. Last week, I started talking to this lady who was asking me about the rate. Hi Sergei, I'm on the hunt for a photographer for a wedding in June this year. We are looking for someone to do maybe 6 hours, ceremony and reception party. Please let me know what your pricing for both photography and videography are. And then she says, so I give him a rate. And then she says, oh, it's, by the way, it's 1 hour out of the city. Do you travel? If so, please let me know your travel fee. So I said, okay, $100 extra. Because it's 1 hour one way, 1 hour back. And so we were talking. And then she went silent for a couple of days. And I said, hey, I'm flexible on the price. And she says, no, it's okay. The price is actually right in our ballpark. And then she says, by the way, yeah, she says, we would like to your quoted price is right in our budget. We're just trying to decide if we would rather have a solo photographer for longer or video slash photo specialist for shorter. Thanks for your patience. And she says, by the way, this is a same-sex wedding. Will this be, I trust this will not be an issue for you. And I said, no, a wedding is a wedding. And any date works for me. And so, yeah. So finally she says, she says, what do you need from us? Do you need any deposits? Because she says she already booked a photographer and then that person disappeared, found something else. And so I asked her for all the details about, location, time, her name, the partner's name, and the phone number, and the email address. And I said, I'll send you a confirmation email. So I just, because she was asking me about a contract, so I said, no, we'll just do like a informal email. I'll just say, hey, this confirms that you hired me as a photographer, and this in June, and it's Saturday. So I'll just have to check, if I'm working that Saturday, because every second Saturday I'm driving my truck, right? So if I'm working, it's easy. I'll just ask my boss for a day off. If I'm not working, that's perfect. And then another thing, again, I don't know what's going on with photography. Another thing is, I saw that email this morning that, okay, where is this? Yeah, I saw the email this morning that somebody, again, was also a lady, was asking me for a quote. She said, how much would it cost to get you to come to a restaurant downtown Calgary for an hour, 9 p.m. to capture pictures of me and my friends at the end of January? And I looked at the date, and it's Friday, but it's 9 p.m. So definitely I'll be free. So I gave him a rate, and I said, what is it? Is it like birthday, a small wedding or funeral? And she says it's a double birthday party. And she says, I'll pay you on the night when you're doing the shoot. And I said, she doesn't even want any editing, so I'll just give her a USB stick, or we can use like something like Dropbox.com, and I'll give a picture. So this is confirmed. So now I have two, and I use this. So just stick them on I have a second monitor here that I don't use. So just stick them, these little notes here with, say, location, date, time, person's name, where. So yeah, this one, so end of January, I'm doing a 1-hour photo shoot at a restaurant, birthday party. Then in June, I'm doing a wedding, same-sex wedding. Wow, I'm getting up in the world. And these are still not all the news I have. A friend of mine was criticizing me for my rental contract, because for my Durango, because I put in 5 days minimum, and he was saying that's not gonna work. He's saying, he knows that the Durango is sitting, like it's clean, it's filled up, fueled up, ready to go, but nobody was booking anything, right? And so he says, I think you should reduce the minimum rental, duration to 2 days. And so I had 5. So no. So I went ahead and I changed 5 to 3, and I put my own pricing for January. And then as I'm driving today at work, I see, when I stop for lunch, I see there's an email from the rental company saying that my car was booked for from middle of February till the end of February, basically 12 days. And the guy has some French name, and he was asking me, so I said, yeah, thanks for the booking. And he was asking me if the second row of seats folds, and I said, yeah, they flip forward, because that's how you get access to the third row, right? So I said the second row flip forward, they go up like this. And he was also asking me, nobody asked this before, he's saying, I would like to know if it would be possible to get the National Discovery Pass with the car. National Discovery Pass. So I go online, and it's basically it's Parks Canada. You can buy these passes, which basically you get access to all the parks, you know, in Alberta and I think even like BC and stuff like that. And they're not cheap, you know. They're like 150. It's they're annual, and I don't know if I can use them with a different person. Like, are they issued to the person's name or to the car? You know, if they're issued to the car license plate, then yeah, I could do that. But $150. I said, I'm sorry, it's just too much. I told him I'll have to do a little research, and then now when I got home, I thought it was, you know, pretty expensive. So I said I cannot include $150 worth of passes into the rental fee. Depending on how many people you have traveling with you, you can book the pass yourself at this website. So I sent him a link, and I said sorry for the inconvenience. So. But yeah, $150. How do you expect, you know, somebody pay for $150? I'm not making that much money on this rent because I changed my pricing for January, but for February it remained default, which is like $95 a day, and so I'm not making a killing over here. So I cannot just give him $150. So anyway, so what else is happening? Well, I've been doing Uber this past week. I tried getting up early morning. Saturday I did before work, and I made like $50 in 2 hours. Got up at like 4 o'clock and started driving at 4:30 in the morning, and then went to work at 7:45 because we start at 7:45 in winter on Saturdays. And then I even tried it on Sundays. Sunday I got up at 4:30, and 5 o'clock went online on both apps, and also made a little bit of money. Actually, it was I think I made like $150 by lunchtime. So it works. I think I tried like DoorDash. I did one DoorDash. Some lady orders fries at 6 in the morning, like near me here, but actually total kilometers were like 13 kilometers. She orders fries, and it was like $7.30, $7.30. But I just did it out of curiosity, but then she gave me I think she gave me like a $2 tip. See, people always tip when you bring them food, but they don't want to tip when you're taking them somewhere in a taxi. So anyway, so those are my news. Yeah, and and another thing, my phone rang today, and it's my bank where I have my mortgage, and they're saying a bunch of our customers have been having issues, you know, with paying the mortgage. So what are you talking about? I said, you guys approved me for a 1-bedroom apartment only, and you ask for like 30% down. So my mortgage payment is super low thanks to you. So I said, but definitely next time when I sell this one, I buy a bigger property, you're not going to be my first choice for a mortgage. So thanks for calling, you know. So I don't have any issues paying the mortgage because when I did this, I went for a variable rate. And so my mortgage went from like $1,050, now it's like $850 or $860, something like that. So it's very affordable. So like 2 times cheaper than if this was a rental. So I'm good with the mortgage. Anyway, those are the news. Thanks for watching. Take care. Enjoy your Monday.